existing layouts that you already have, but we find that most of our customers want to create new layouts specifically designed for the iPad. When you create a new project, you'll see App Studio as a new choice under the Layout Type menu. You also select the devices and the orientations that you want to support. In this case, I'm designing for the iPad in both vertical and horizontal orientation. So I select those options and click OK. QXpress has a lot of features for dealing with multiple layouts within a single project, and we've put all of those features into the App Studio. For example, in this case, once I'm done creating a page, I can select all of those objects and promote them to the other orientations within my project by right-clicking and selecting Digital Publishing, Sync to Other Orientations. Those objects are automatically added to the shared content palette and then instantiated in all of the other layouts within this layout family. We perform some basic mappings so that we maintain relationships between boxes. For example, in this case, we have a full screen picture box, and that box is maintained full screen in all other orientations. Other things have to be adjusted by the user. For example, in this case, I actually want to replace this photograph with a different one specifically for the horizontal orientation. So let's skip ahead a bit to our finished layout. Once I want to add interactivity, all I have to do is add a picture box at every location where I want interactivity to occur. And I'll tag that box using the App Studio palette that you'll find under the Window menu. In this case, I want to add a video to my design. So I'm just going to draw a picture box, go to the App Studio palette, and choose the type of interactivity that I want. In this case, I'm going to select Movie. For the different interactive types, I then have to specify a source for that multimedia content. In this case, I want to use a local file. This is a video that I'll embed into my issue. Click the File button, browse for the video file. Once I have that selected, just click Open, and then set up the properties of that video player. In this case, I want it to play within the context of the layout, so I uncheck full screen only. I don't want it to autoplay, and I do want it to close at end. That's all I have to do. When I export my iPad issue, QXpress will create the video player and the controllers required to play back that content on the iPad. You use a similar approach to adding sound. In this case, we have a pull quote that was printed in the magazine, and we want to play back the audio recording of that pull quote when the user gets to this page. So we'll create a small box below the pull quote at the size of the controller that I want. We'll go to the App Studio palette, select Audio as the interactive type, browse for the file, which in this case is an MP3 file, set the options. I don't want it to autoplay, and I don't want to set a caption for that, and I'm done. The last enrichment that we'll do is a slideshow. The same as the others, I just draw a picture box, go to the App Studio palette, tell it I want the box to be a slideshow, and I have a few more options in this one. I can choose between a simple slideshow or a slideshow with thumbnails. In this case, I'll do a simple slideshow. And then I need to add the content, the state of each of those slides. So I'll click the File button, navigate to my slideshow images, select the first one, and then shift-click the last one, and click the Open button. And it will add those images to the Contents tab of my slideshow. I can also set up parameters for the entire slideshow itself, such as whether or not it automatically animates between the states of my slideshow, and whether or not those slides automatically pan and zoom while the user is viewing them. Once I'm done tagging my interactivity, I just select File, Export, Layout as iPad Issue. QXpress will generate the output files for all of my design and my multimedia, as well as the logic defining how I set up that multimedia, and I can test my issue on my